Smile. You make me so happy, it's worth my while. I don't care what others have to say. Your love is the greatest gift that'll come my way. So it's so extraordinary, it's incredible. Something about the love you give, unexplainable. Can't imagine where I'd be if you let me go. Wrote a simple song to say. You make my soul. My soul glow. You make me feel so incredible. You're the source of my strength and the strength of my life. You make my soul glow. You are always there for me in my time of need. You pick me up when I the dust off me. Had to take time to tell ya just what you mean. Without you in my life, I don't know where I'll be. It's so extraordinary. It's so extraordinary. Something about the love you give. Something about the love you give. Can't imagine life without it. Soul glow. You make me feel so incredible. You're the source of my strength and the strength of my life. You make my soul glow. You make my soul glow. You make me feel so right now and press rewind. Things replay in my mind about 1,000 times. Every red flag you show me is flying high. You got the wrong one. I'm so messed up in my head I can't be sure. You might say insecure, I say trust issues. Now I'm moving different, say I'm acting new. You got the wrong one. You got me, and I can't help but wonder where would I be if I treated you different from the start and held on to the mystery of my love. You got the wrong one. If ignorance is bliss, then I'm naive. 'Cause everything you tell me I believe. You know just what to say to get to me. You've got the wrong one. I blind myself with passion 'cause I got faith. on perception just to be safe. But that's a misconception, you're taking advantage and you've got the wrong one. You got me, and I can't help but wonder where would I be if I treated you different from the start and held on to the mystery of my love. You got the wrong one. I've dreamed of love with ups and downs, but not like this. I'm anxious for a tangible peace of mind, and I know you might think that I'm running, but you thinking it's funny 'cause they know something I don't. Oh, and I can't help but wonder where would I be if I treated you different from the start and held on to the mystery of my love. You got the wrong one. You got me, and I can't help but wonder where would I be if I treated you different from the start and held on to the mystery of my love. You got the wrong one. Hit the pause button right now and press rewind. Things replay in my mind about 1,000 times. Every red flag you show me is flying high. You got the wrong one.
Amen. 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 Hey, chocolate. Look, they see the favor and they wanna know the flavor. When I tell them that it's salty, they be looking at me crazy. If it ain't got no salt, then you really can't taste it. Gotta season with the season just to show them that you made it, huh? They gon' hate you when they see you doing cool, and they wanna see you fail, even if you ain't in school. Tell them keep it pushing, no exception to the rule. When you argue with a fool, one fool turn into two. Don't do it. No, don't do it, no, don't do it, man. Them boys is big and deaf with that language, they're influent. Stay loaded with that scripture just in case you gotta shoot it. I be riding with the word, that spiritual carpooling. Lost it how I got it, so I switched up how I get it. Hit it, lick and got licked, so I switched up my position. It's like a restaurant, how this boy here, he be tipping Jesus on the main line. Yeah, I got his extension, yeah, I got his permission to flip it, mix it and switch it to make sure they comprehend it. Receive it, don't get offended. Threes on me like Scottie Pippen. It's magic how they be tricking. The magic constant uplifter with power in every sentence. Yeah, I'm blessed, boy, a lot of bed. Flu games in the spirit mean I'm falling sick. Yeah, your weight a little off. That's that counterfeit. Every situation got a scripture we can counter with. Win some, lose some. I ain't even think about it. Got more win than I got losses now that I think about it. Walk it how you talk it if you really be about it. Cause them trials and tribulations, they gon' come and see about it. Love me now, don't love me later. Got them asking where it come from every time they see the favor. Hey, love me now, don't love me later. Got them asking where it come from every time they see the favor. Huh? Yeah, I'm blessed, boy, a lot.
This is another 419 Grind exclusive. Wake up, Toledo.
Wake your ass up.
You're listening to the 419 Grind Rise and Grind Morning Show.
That's right, it's the On Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's Thursday, October 8th. In the world, well, wherever you might be, it's October 8th. Right now, it's a Thursday. It's a little bit right after 8:30 in the morning, and you're grinding with us. And you are listening to the number one urban podcast show in the country, the all-new Rise and Grind morning show, presented to you by Hotbox and Lima Human Doc. And in the studio, I have the luxury of waking up in the morning with the lovely Leah Renee. Good morning, Leah.
Good morning. Buenos dias, papi.
Oh, she went to ¿Cómo estás? Mucho bueno.
Muy bien.
Hey, see, oh, see, we get this thing.
I thought I had a straw here and I tried to drink the spoon.
What she really? So what we know as we get our little morning kick going, Leah
Yes.
usually has a stir in her coffee cup, but she used a spoon, so she's drinking from the spoon, the end of the spoon.
Yeah, I tried to drink from the end of the spoon and that didn't work well for me.
But I want to say good morning to all the grinders, all those that's
Yes, good morning, everyone.
We are being streamed live on several different platforms, especially YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, and much more. You are listening to the #1 urban podcast show live in the country. Nobody else is doing it. You have two of the best personalities on podcasts. And you know what? You can expect the unexpected today, because Leah, we're going to have a great show.
Yes, always. We're always going to have a great show. Who we got coming in today? Oh, no, it's a secret. You got to stay tuned.
There you go. You didn't want to thank our executive intern, Dewan, for being in the studio with us and getting us situated. Hey, just be thankful for the small things. There's a lot of somberness going around the 419 today with the loss of life. One of the good, as they say, street guys. We lost Cutthroat Terry Collins last night in a motorcycle accident, and so the city is overwhelmed right now. Our heart goes out to that whole Southside community, and we'll talk more about that. So, Leah, right now, people this is a morning show, so we got to lift some spirits, because you never know where somebody is in life. And I would say, Leah, it wasn't that bad of a weather when we got in this morning.
Yeah, the weather isn't too bad, and it's actually going to get much better. It's currently 43 degrees. A little bit of sun, a little bit of clouds, but the sun is definitely going to be coming out this afternoon. We'll get to a high of 70. And then, excuse me. And then this weekend, it's going to be beautiful. Tomorrow and Saturday, we're going to see close to 80 degrees. It'll be high 70s and sunny. So make sure that everyone comes out to that financially lit fair that's going to be going on Saturday. We'll be there from 3 to 6. Southland parking lot. You don't want to miss that. The weather is going to be beautiful. And early voting is going on still. So make sure you get out.
Oh, we got to talk about
while
that.
The weather is good. What's
up with the traffic?
The traffic, we actually have some accidents on the road today. There was a crash on 8090 eastbound. There are some lane closures there. So if you're driving on 8090 eastbound beyond State Route 109, you're going to want to probably take another route or just give yourself some extra time, because there are some lane closures and slowdowns through that area. And then there's another crash on 80 West. So if you're on the turnpike, make sure you're taking your time. Make sure you give yourself enough time before you leave the house, because you're going to run into some traffic there. And that's your weather and traffic for the day.
I can see you taking off with somebody else doing their weather and traffic if you keep working at it, because you sound like you know what the hell you talking about on them streets and highways and roads.
You.
So big ups to you, Leah, keeping us posted on the traffic and what's happening around the area. Please drive safe. Make sure you're watching out, as she said. Distractive driving. Not necessarily you, but the next vehicle, Leah, because we often sometimes think we could be world-class drivers and not see the next vehicle. So drive safe. Also, if you are interested in sending your music to the all-new Rise and Grind show, please send it to info@the419grind.com. Because, Leah, we had a great vibe. I think Louis Self and Nate Hicks probably might be our intro music for our Rise and Grind.
They just give you that nice morning vibe, have you feeling good, feeling great, feeling blessed.
And so thank you for the local music, and we have the right to play it because it is not copyrighted. Also, we heard a little bit of Mike Chalk. Shout out to Mike and Chalk.
Shout out to Chalk.
Chalk Affair.
Yes.
So, Leah, today's show, this is one of the ones that you ever had a car you had to put starter fluid in to get it started? You ever had that kind of vehicle?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you had to spray? So we got to put a little starter fluid in this Rise and Grind morning show, because last night shit wasn't flying right.
Man, listen.
Shit didn't fly right last night. So good morning to all the grinders, those that's whistling. If you saw that fly last night and you know the fly, hit the like button right now. This is for everybody that saw that fly, Leah.
Or heard that audio, though. Did you hear the audio?
What was the audio?
Of the fly buzzing around.
Oh!
I don't know if the Breakfast Club, there's some, they're crazy, so I don't know if they incorporated that sound effect just being funny, but they played,
I didn't hear the buzz.
They played a video over the Breakfast Club this morning, and there was the fly, like they had the audio of a fly buzzing around. Man, I was weak. Like, that is crazy.
It took social media by storm. Look at all the like buttons. Everybody, like, Leah, I don't know how Pence and Trump is going to bounce back from flying.
Man.
And usually, what do flies fly around the most? Shit. So
I'm gonna be ladylike.
So I don't know if Mike Pence was up there, Vice President Pence was just talking shit because that fly sat there. You know when that went, and you got a lot of hair, so
either that or his breath smelled like.
Oh, that's even crazier. The Vice President. That's why that glass was there.
I mean, hey.
But I have to say, the fly is going to be a topic of conversation. But also what's going to be a topic of conversation is how the moderator, she tried. Man, Mike Pence wouldn't talk within his 2 minutes.
You know what? Him and Trump, they some gangsters. That's all I can say.
That's
like,
gangster?
No, I'm saying like they just bogart. That's gangster. They just bogart they way wherever, whatever, do whatever, say whatever. They don't give a damn.
So, you know, it's interesting. So the next president, I think Trump has he didn't open the door for anybody to do anything they want. Because if Trump is doing this, he got he's been in court for different convictions. He ain't paying his taxes like we do. Leah, the next president could get away with anything. He didn't lower the standard.
They just do whatever. They just do whatever. They don't even care. They like this is my world. Y'all just squirrels. So yeah, I don't
Senator
know.
Harris, she did an exceptional job. She What I liked about when it's such a beauty when you know a woman can carry herself in a room. She never got disrespectful. She stayed smiling. She got her point across. She talked like she knew what was going on. One thing that I didn't necessarily agree with, and I got a chance to hear a little bit of people saying that she's supporting too much of Joe Biden. She needs to kind of create her own platform. But at this time, that's what women do. A strong woman is going to protect the man.
Yeah.
And so it ain't necessarily her being less of a woman.
She understands her place.
She understands and know how to play her role. And when it's time to elevate, I'm sure she can make that transition.
Yeah.
Because as a prosecutor, she had to stand firm on some of her decisions.
Yeah.
And it's because picture this, Leah. If Joe Biden was black, would she get that same slack of speaking behind Joe Biden and not really putting herself in front of her? Would she get that same slack?
Probably not.
Because he's a white man?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure if it was a black man, it would be, oh, she's such a, I mean, it's the same thing with, Michelle and Obama. I mean, she stood behind him.
Absolutely.
She knew her place. She backed him up in everything he did. Nobody, she did what she was supposed to do. And so, I don't know, maybe that could be a factor, the fact that, maybe that's why people are saying that. And then they're not married. I mean, that was a difference, too, because Michelle and Obama were actually married. Mm-hmm. And she stood behind her husband, and she played her role, and she knew her place. But, I don't know. I mean, I think she just knows her place. Like, she's the vice president. He's the president. At the end of the day, she's there to support him.
Absolutely. And that's where, for many of our women, please understand your role. But not just your role. Men understand their role. Because we talk all that shit that this is a man world. Man, listen. We can't do this thing without the woman. And we talk about this sometime on the show, Leah. Again, knowing your role and when to play your role. Yeah. Because oftentimes people say, well, I'm even male or female, I'm this person, I'm the boss, I'm this. Okay, there is a time to be the boss. Mm-hmm. And then there's a time to play that down. Mm-hmm. Where was a time that you had to play down knowing who you were and you still knew you were the boss?
You trying to put me on?
Come on. Because sometimes you have to do it at home with our kids. We got to do it with our family. There's times that there's to be the boss, and sometimes we have to let our kids be the boss, especially with this virtual learning.
I mean, I'll just say that, especially, you know, us going into business together as partners, me, you, Jesse, and Vic, we all have to, you know, we have to know when to lead and when to follow, you know.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, like, we're all partners, we're in this thing together, but at the same time, you can't just be, you know, standing up like, this is what I want because I'm, you know, no, you got to fall back sometimes and just shut up and, you know when to lead and know when to follow. And so I've learned that in being in business with you guys, and it's helped me grow as a woman.
Wow.
And,
Didn't know that. Didn't see that coming. Expect the unexpected.
and then also, you know, like I said, I've said this before, I live with my mother. So as a grown woman, you know, I live with my mom, but I still have to have that respect. That is her house at the end of the day. Yes, I pay bills there. Yes, I contribute to the household. You know, yes, I'm there because I want to be by choice, not because I have to be. But at the end of the day, that's still my mother, and that's still her home. I still have to respect her as such.
That's huge. That's huge, Leah. And we want you to weigh in on the conversation. 419-540-3566. Join the conversation. I like that. And we have a series of different conversations that we'll have on a great show today. Leah, you said when to lead and when to follow. When is it time to take the lead and to follow? And it comes to spin off of the debate. There's going to be times where Senator Kamala Harris is going to have to lead because he's not there.
Right.
And I'm sure that she will be capable of doing that.
Oh, I'm absolutely sure.
She gonna put her boots on, lace them up. She gonna lace up the bows, or she might throw on her Converses.
Yeah.
And let's get to work.
They said she ain't have on real Timbos though.
Oh, they been hitting her. That's how they been hitting Rick Ross saying that he didn't have.
They said Jimmy Choo need to give her a pair of them Jimmy Choo Tims that came out, the double sole Tims, the real Tims.
They on her like that.
They said she did not wear the real Tims.
See, that's why you got to be ready for anything, because you might be thinking you cute, and somebody will just hit you like, what? And you get that look, and you know you said that to me one time, Leah, where we was talking about your sweater. It was so
the Losing Isaiah sweater.
But she rocked it. So it's interesting. And, you know, just in the spirit of voting, and as we make that transition, Ohio, the population in Ohio is a little bit over 11 million people in the state of Ohio. It's like 11.7 or 11.7 million people in the state of Ohio. I just got a news flash. Do you know, Leah?
What?
Actually, you know what? I might do that as a giveaway. You know what? And if you call in right now, this one, I ain't gonna put you on the spot like that, Leah. If you can guess how many registered voters right now, that it just came out yesterday, if you can tell us how many registered voters out of 11 million in the state of Ohio, I will personally fill up your tank. On behalf of Big Trees, hear me, I will fill up your tank today if you could tell me how many registered voters in Ohio. Leah, how many do you think? Take your guess. How many would you say?
How many people did you say we have in Ohio?
We have a little bit over 11 million. And how many registered voters as of this week we have now? Take your guess.
I say 7 million.
Okay, 7 million. DeJuan, you the executive intern?
Just 7 is my number.
Okay. How many registered voters how many registered voters would you say are in Ohio currently in 2020 right now? What would you say, JB, while he gets situated? How many registered? I'm talking to our interns. They're off air, and we're just asking them in the studio. You know how you be hearing the sound effect. Hey, JB, how many registered voters you think we got in the state of Ohio? She already used 7.
So give us a number. He said it's 11 million people in Ohio.
It's a little bit over 11 million people.
Y'all taking too long to take a guess now.
I'm gonna say 5 or 6.
5.
You got to take a number. She talking about I'm going to say 5 or 6.
No, I'm going lower. 5 million.
Okay, Dewan say 5. Leah say 7. She said 5.5.
It's not Price is Right.
We want you to weigh in. Put in how many registered voters would you say? Call in 419-540-3566. How many registered voters do you think we have in Ohio? And I think, you know what, Leah? It's a great number. That's all I'm going to say. I know some of our grinders are on, our viewers. Who's some of the people we want to acknowledge this morning, Leah?
Okay. My girl Andrea, our boy Mike Fees, Anthony Burrows, Jesse, Amy Nicole, of course, Hey Boo, Tony Bell, K-Love, Anthony Burrows, I said that already, Freddie Z, hey, Toledo Glass City Basketball Club, Mike Purdue, Mama Riley, Dr. Vic, Keitha, Hotbox.
Are you hungry?
Box.
What you want for lunch today? Hot box.
Are you gonna buy me some hot box?
Hot box.
Jesse says his guess is 76,000.
Boy, is you slow? It's 76,000, but okay, that's Jesse.
Out of 11 million?
He said 76,000. It's only 11 million, but in the state. But he said 76,000. Okay. Again, weigh in the conversation. Also, when is it a good time to lead or follow or lead in a situation? It could be a relationship. It could be within your home. I love what you said, Leah, about being in your mom's home. All of us have experience living in that. If you haven't, when you move back with mama, it's an understanding. I went through a transition when I had to come back home. And one thing, that's what I truly love, when you know you can come back home. Will your kids always be able to come back home?
Always.
Even if they get on your nerves and they steal and doing stuff in the street?
Always. My kids ain't going to be doing all that.
Shit, don't put where your kids, but your kids will always be able to come home?
Always.
Big thanks to all the parents that didn't shut the door for their kids who went off the bench for a little bit, Leah.
Oh, Jesse said no, 760,000, but he doesn't have 760,000. He has 4 zeros on the end. Jesse, we need you to get your number together, okay? Like, if you're going to be trying to throw out a guess, please get your number together, because you got 760,000.
And listen, bro, if that's what you're doing on there, what is you doing on the line at work? Thank you again for putting this.
Amy Nicole guesses 800,000.
Okay, 800,000. Okay, but also make sure you call in. And what I do like, Liz, people want to weigh in, and we know they don't want to necessarily get off the live, so they're gonna stay on.
They might be at work.
They might be at. Some of y'all be sneaking doing stuff at work. Big shout out to everybody to go to the bathroom and don't really have to use the bathroom, but you sneaking in the bathroom just because you don't want to work right now.
You used to do that?
What? I will get off the line quick. Every 10 minutes, I gotta go to the bathroom.
I ain't gonna lie. I did used to have this one security job where I would sneak off in the bathroom to go make my phone calls and stuff like that.
And go in the stall like you was in there.
But that was a pretty cool job, because I used to just get to walk around the arena, and I used to be sneaking off in the maternity nursing room.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't have a few of those again. Make sure also, Leah, I'm excited because I really do believe this podcast show will be the #1 podcast.
Absolutely.
In Toledo. We're already the #1 in the country.
Yeah.
So how come we can't be the #1 in Toledo? So make sure you vote Toledo City Paper. If you have not did it in a while, do it again. We got to get them votes in. Best Anchor Duo.
Yes, Best Anchor Duo, Leah Renee and Big Trees. Hear me.
Hear us. Right off the cuff. So when we talk about 419 off the top, there's some other things that just kind of waving around the 419 era and around the world. We officially have a woman from Toledo who has won 3 WNBA titles.
Wow.
Congratulations
Mud
to Mud Maid.
Man.
Her and Sharice Eulis. Yes. Her and Sharice Eulis played at Wade High School together.
Wow.
Sharice went to Cincinnati. Natasha went to Florida State. And the last day before yesterday, she won her 3rd WNBA women's title.
That's
never
amazing.
done before. I'm really hoping that our city will embrace that.
Yes.
Like Robert Easter Jr., because that's 3 world titles in the WNBA.
Man, that's crazy.
And-
we got to try to get her on here somehow.
Oh, for sure. Tasha coming, and you can bet Sandy is really going after her.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Sandy's probably like, that's nothing but net. I got that. Okay, Sandy, I see you.
Absolutely. She's definitely.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's just kind of speak on that real quick. Leah, I'm seeing 419 Grind Studio getting a lot of energy in the studio.
Yes.
Folks with all type of shows and podcasts.
Yes.
I'm about to start a podcast called Do Your Shit Podcast, because anybody can come in here and get a podcast.
Man, stop it. I am done with you, Trace.
If you want to start a podcast, come do your shit here podcast.
We are all inclusive here at the 419 Grind, and if you would like to have a podcast,
come do your shit here podcast.
Make sure you come holler at us. And we are still looking for a third co-host. So if you feel like you could sit next to Leah Renee and Big Treese every Monday through Friday and do this show with us, come holler at us.
This is the unexpected, all new Rise and Grind morning show, Leah. It's just going to be a great vibe. And I really enjoy us having the chance to really, because you just never know. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. Wherever you are in life, just try to appreciate that moment. If you can, unless you're in a trouble spot. Because we often say that, and somebody could be in a effed up situation right now, and you like enjoy the moment. So those that's in a non-threatening moment, try to enjoy the people around you. Try to appreciate the little things again, because of life just being so precious.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this, and it's really just a thought process. Not that I'm crazy, and I am. Leah, I am in my 40s.
Are you?
Yes, I'm in my 40s.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, it's working, Beijing,
I thought
baby.
you was 25.
You hear that? No, I was born 20. No, so I'm in my 40s. And I was thinking about life expectancy. When we had who would be the newly elected sheriff of Lucas County, he said that the beginning of time was 5.5 billion years.
Wow.
But we only live 79 point something. So I'm like, damn, I'm in my 40s. I only got, if God give me favor, maybe 40 more years on. And we never really think about that.
Yeah.
And so that's why I don't really argue and really get caught up in the foolishness, Leah.
Yeah.
Because time is so precious.
So precious. That's why I don't either. After losing my daughter's father and my sister, I'm like, I don't got time to play with nobody.
Yeah.
And if you want to walk away from me, out of my life, not be my friend, not deal with me, good day and good night. I'm sorry. I don't care how much I love you. I don't care how much I care. Good day and good night.
You got to protect your space.
Yeah. Because life is too short. It's too short.
And it's in 2020. If nothing else, you hear that, Leah, people say, you never know when your day is coming. Tomorrow, rest in heaven to D'Angelo Gott Senior Booby to his services is tomorrow. It's going to be another weighted situation. So you really got to count it all joy, Leah, because like you said, you don't know. And 2020 has showed us that.
Yeah, absolutely. What 2020 has shown me is that truly, God will always come through and fulfill, because this was like a year you would have thought would have took you out, Yeah.
And you ain't crazy in that thought, because I thought about that too. Like, damn, when we wake up every day and we see the news, you like, damn, is this going to be the day?
Yeah.
And it's real. So that's why you got to appreciate the little things. You got to smile.
Yes.
You got to look forward to something that you enjoy. Have a goal. I think oftentimes we look at our situations and not look at our outcomes.
Yeah.
Dream again, Leah.
Yeah.
See what it feel like to say, if I get this done, how I will feel.
Yeah.
And so that's what I try to do right here. It's the all new Rise and Grind morning show. Good morning, Grinders. We want you to call in when we come back. We got a great show. Got a great special guest coming in, and it goes right in the format of the show. So don't go nowhere. It's the all new Rise and Grind morning show, brought to you by Hotbox.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only things missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
Is Sandy Brown, owner of the Toledo Threat Basketball Organization, and I have some great news. The Toledo Threat are officially joining the 419 Grind podcast with our new show, Nothing But Net. On the show, you'll see athletes, coaches, and even community leaders who have nothing but net careers. Now, they may have hit a few bricks along the way, but with hard work and dedication, they're now seeing a consistent shot within their careers. You can catch us right here every Wednesday at 7 o'clock starting September 30th on the 419 Grind podcast. Until then, nothing but net.
And we can get on the road. I can see it in your eyes, my love. Now time's moving slow. Let's elevate a little higher. We stay ready to go. You ain't gotta ask, you know I'm ready to roll. You can name whatever place and we can get on the road. I can see it in your eyes, my love. Now time's moving slow. Let's elevate a little higher. We stay ready to go. You know I'm ready to roll. Ecstasy is what I'll call you. Especially when nothing else but you takes me there. I need your loving more than often. Favorite flavor, there is nothing else to compare. You're perfect for the long ride. Keep my mind at ease when life is taking its toll. You light me up, we have a good time. I'm ready to roll. You ain't gotta ask, you know I'm ready to roll. You can name whatever place and we can get on the road. I can see it in your eyes, my love. Now time's moving slow. Let's elevate a little higher. We stay ready to go. You ain't gotta ask, you know I'm ready to roll. You can name whatever place and we can get on the road. I can see it in your eyes, my love. Now time's moving slow. Let's elevate a little higher. We stay ready to go. You know I'm ready to roll.
Got me elevated to the top floor. Only had a taste and now you want more. Take you on some trips around the world, learning all your curves. I can see your worth, I'll profit. Kissing on your body, you're so modest. Stop it. Perfectly beautiful and adored, a goddess. Baby, what is shaking? Is you ready to roll? You know life's a gamble, take a chance on love.
Break it down and fill it up, ignite it. I love how you ain't wasting no time. Ready to roll so I can tell you're excited. You're the sweetest thing to come across mine. Oh, I love to see you up, not down. So put your hand in my hand, and with our senses enhanced, let's get on with our plans and take a little ride for a little while. With love to lead us where we want. You ain't gotta ask, you know I'm ready to roll. You can name whatever place and we can get on the road. I can see it in your eyes, my love. Now time's moving slow. Let's elevate a little higher. We stay ready to go. You ain't gotta ask, you know I'm ready to roll. You can name whatever place and we can get on the road. I can see it in your eyes, my love. Now time's moving slow. Let's elevate a little higher. We stay ready to go. You know I'm ready to roll. And we can get on the road.
It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. Make your way to the dance floor.
I'm addicted to your vibe, and I wanna get to know you tonight. Baby, come closer. time. Put your high heels on, let's slide. I wanna hold ya. We can step, slide, and rock to the rhythm. Put your body on me, baby. Let's groove. We can spin a little dip. I hope you feel me pushing all my weight up on you, 'cause I'm in the mood for you. We can step, slide, and rock to the rhythm. Put your body on me, baby. Let's groove. We can spin a little dip. I hope you feel me pushing all my weight up on you, 'cause I'm in the mood for you.
Sipping as I listen, catch my rhythm and the tempo. Grip on me with tension just a little. Put my mental in a pickle. Your vibe creates a riddle in my mind. Trying to decide, how did I find a mystery guy? Can't describe how. Our bodies rocking, fingers locking, nah. Your eyes can we on chill like Sunday topping, I like that. I write back. Read my body language, should recite that. Now we spin like circles, but shining like diamonds. Slow motion, we grinding. We hurt them so violently, killing them silently. Your hands caress me in ways that don't undress me. Impeccably impressing, and your moves is no contesting. Subliminals, I pray to plentiful. Let's make a minimal. The paradigm we setting ain't no typical cynical one. Just to go digital with liberal imperial. You wanna cuff, I'll be your criminal. You dig it?
I'm addicted to your vibe, and I wanna get to know you tonight. Baby, come closer. No rush, girl, take your time. Put your high heels on, let's slide. I wanna hold ya. We can step, slide, and rock to the rhythm. Put your body on me, baby, let's groove. You feel me pushing all my weight up on you, 'cause I'm in the mood for you. We can step, slide, and rock to the rhythm. Put your body on me, baby. Let's groove. We can spin a little dip. I hope you feel me pushing all my weight up on you, 'cause I'm in the mood for you.
It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. Make your way to the dance floor.
I'm addicted to your vibe.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey, yo, Pluto.
Yeah.
Going crazy.
Diddy.
Let that shit ride.
Emotionally
88.
caged with nobody here to help. Living life on life terms, playing with cards that life dealt. Robbed in front of my kids, can't explain how that felt. Swimming in these deep waters, I feel like I'm Mike Phelps. Emotionally caged with nobody here to help. Living life on life terms, playing with cards that life dealt. Robbed in front of my kids, can't explain how that felt. Swimming in these deep waters, I feel like I'm Mike Phelps. Yeah, 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 yeah. Lost a lot of niggas to the street life. I guess that's why mama told me, been before the street lights. Come on out of police lights, they won't chase me right. Remember hustling nicks and dimes just to keep my feet right. Homies dying every day, beef come from every way. Had to grab a Glock to tell these up, not today. Mama don't know what to say, mad that I grew up this way. Love the block I came up on, cause it made me who I am today. When the trains are groupie, never wanted to settle down. Whoever thought in grade school that I'll be a felon now. Pushing up on anybody, cause in my hood we gets down. Used to toe standard, but my pistol got a neck now. Cage with nobody here to help. Living life on life terms, playing with cards that life dealt. Robbed in front of my kids, can't explain how that felt. Swimming in these deep waters, I feel like I'm Mike Phelps. Emotionally caged with nobody here to help. Living life on life terms, playing with cards that life dealt. Robbed in front of my kids, can't explain how that felt. Swimming in these deep waters, I feel like I'm Mike Phelps. Yeah, 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 yeah. I was skipping school, hitting that block up. Just wanna ride, now we in the car, laughed up. Get head, now it's real, get dapped up.
That's right. It's the all-new Rise and Grind morning show. One thing that we like to do, this is being heard on iHeartRadio, this is a radio podcast. We play music. We play things to get you in the vibe, Leah. So it ain't just talk. We get a chance to really play local music with a vibe.
And you know what else?
What else, Leah?
We do what we want.
Pretty much. So if our executive producer...
I'm just playing, Jesse.
No, we ain't playing. Man, leave us alone. You do work. This is the all-new Rise and Grind morning show. We want to get in the vibe. You just want somebody we ain't rushing nothing over here, bro.
You know what, though? That lets me know. I love that you guys miss us like that when we're on our little breaks. Like, they just can't get enough of us.
And no, it was Jesse ass pushing. No, but you're right, though. Leah, you hit the nail on the head. To our grinders that's with us every morning. This is a real live Rise and Grind morning show. And Leah, you're right. We have people that stick with us, and we're going to stick with you. We're going to continue to support you as you support us. I want to say, what's up, Mir? I want to say, what's up, Amy Nicole? Fred Lefevre, 1370 WSPD. How you doing, Fred? You saw Earl in here yesterday, and as Fred Lefevre is the PIO of the Buffalo Soldiers. The public information officer for the Buffalo Soldiers. Fred, we thank you.
Yes, thank you so
for
much,
supporting
Fred.
us and kind of just being. He's like a distant coach, Leah.
Yeah.
When something's off, he'll give us a chance to really just, hey, tighten up on this,
yes,
pay attention to this.
Mentor.
Absolutely, in this game.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like about this particular piece, Leah, is this isn't broadcasting. This isn't radio.
Right.
It is its own unique lane of podcasting.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really a big podcaster, and I know people like hearing talk radio sometimes, but I like that we give a mix. We can speak and listen a little bit to catch the vibe.
Yeah, we want to catch a vibe too, dang.
What vibe you want to catch?
You know, I just like catching the vibe, good vibes. That's it, like good vibes, nothing but good vibes. If anybody tries to bring anything other than good vibes my way, they just get cut off. Like, I just don't deal with that. We were talking about that in a break, or before the show. We were talking about, we were, no, it wasn't in the break. We were talking about just a second ago, like, period. Life is too short, right? So we're just not gonna,
Why? What we rushing for? That's one reason I like seasonal weather. I like rain. I don't really like, I do like cold when, you get to be booed up, bait up. So, I don't like, you don't have to be, we ain't got to rush.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to rush for something. I see Kevin Smith, that's my cousin, man. Leah said Kevin. That yes, we going to get you some more shirts.
We got you on a shirt.
But what is more surprising for me, Leah, he's in the truck, probably at work, and he watching. Why you ain't listening on iHeart, but you driving that, you in the truck trying to watch this? You bet that's distracted driving.
You are so silly.
So if you just sitting in the truck, that's cool. But if you're driving somewhere, if you're on those roads, make sure you just download iHeart Radio, download the app, and Leah, they can put in the 419 grind, and they can hear us anywhere in the world.
That's right.
Leah just be like, that's right.
And we got people, no, we definitely do got people listening all over the world.
Where's some places we got people listening?
Everywhere. You know, I can't even pronounce half of the names of the people that be on my live, so, you know, I don't know exactly where they're all located. But
no, Leah got pen pals. Like, she got folks in other countries. She like, I don't know your name, but I know you. I don't know what country you in. Leah just be accepting free.
I do. Listen, I do. I accept all my friend requests.
But you know, some of those are spam, though. Like, do you accept all your friend requests? Like, because some of them people, they don't even be real people, and you like, I ain't
gonna say I accept them all, because actually I have like several hundred waiting in my thing. But when I do finally go to it and start to like hit the accept, I do like just go down the list. Like, you know, I don't pick and choose. Like, oh, I'm gonna accept them, I'm not gonna accept them. Like,
you ain't doing that. And that's what's interesting, is that when you have a following, and when you know you got people that love you. This is one of the things that I struggle with. When we try to live, sometimes we try to be someone else.
Yeah.
We try to make a name based off somebody else. How about pumping your own name up?
Mm-hmm.
How about making your own name that big name that you want to be? We often say, well, I want to be the Drake. I want to be the P. Diddy. Why not be the Leah Renee? Why not be the Big Tree?
Right.
We always chase somebody else's fame, and I'll just be like, man, that's where we struggle with our identity sometimes. Why can't we just say our own name and make it big? Why people struggle with that?
I think because a lot of people just don't see that vision. Like, they think that that's unattainable. They feel like, I could never do that. I'd never be, you know, even if that is their dream, or even if that's something they've always wanted to do, they think about it like, that's too far out of reach. I'm not even gonna. But that's, I was watching Sarah Jakes Roberts' video a week or so ago. She was talking about reconstructing your thoughts, and that's what we have to get. We have to get back to reconstructing our thoughts, and your actions are led by your thoughts. If you think in your mind like, I can't do this, I ain't gonna be able to do, you're not gonna. You know what I mean? But if you wake up...
So we handicap ourselves?
Exactly. But if you create a vision board for yourself and put that right on the wall next to your bed, and every morning when you wake up, you look at that vision board and you tell yourself, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, your thoughts will change, and then your actions will follow it.
Absolutely. And we told y'all we got a great show, and this is about to be a whole nother vibe. We're going to go take a quick break. If you're listening in your studio, when you come back, you're going to be in the studio with our guests. This is about to be a great segment. Expect the unexpected. The all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show.
If you're tired of church as usual, and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
What's going on, everybody? This is Lance Self, is who I am.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And we are the Selfs, and here to present our show called Self-Explanatory.
Yes, it's our podcast presented by 419 Grind.
That name just has a ring to it. Self-Explanatory. I feel like we're about to just be explaining a bunch of shit. This is true. I feel that's what it's about to be.
Well, I think we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about marriage, of course.
Okay.
We've been married, 2 years now, right?
2 years, we've been together for 8.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. It's a long time.
Y'all gonna ask what took so long.
What did take? You know what? We'll get there.
Self-explanatory.
We're going to talk about blended families.
Yeah.
Praying for your spouse. Gender roles. Living with family members. Cheating.
Uh-huh.
Raising kids.
Mm-hmm.
Family bringing, being there for your spouse, finances, being a wife and a husband, trying to be together and be individuals at the same time, which is one of the things.
It took a while.
It's taken a while, but
it has
it's the
taken
fun
a while.
part. We're learning that.
That's what marriage is.
It's a process.
It's a life journey.
I like
it's not
that.
an overnight thing. Yeah, because I know there's a lot of days where I'm trying to be individual. I get on your nerves because of my individual ways. I can tell you one thing for damn sure though. Definitely get on my nerves. It be a lot. You definitely get on my nerves, but I love her.
I get on your nerves?
Yes, it's possible. You do a lot. What's wrong? What's the problem? What's wrong? Hey. I am Lance Self.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And this is the Self-Explanatory Podcast, presented by 419 Grind.
Listen on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard.
I dreamed about you both day and night. Can't stop thinking about what we can have. I make mistakes, boy, but that's the past. Now I need something that's gonna last. Something that's better than sex. It's better than cash in the check. I wanna get lost in your love. I hope that you're giving it back. Don't you have me out here looking stupid? Cause I put my trust in Cupid. Fairy tales really don't exist anymore. But I got a fantasy for it. They say I lost my mind, but I can fantasize. Can I? Fairy tales really don't exist anymore. But somehow I still believe in it. You said it's a waste of time, but I can fantasize. Can I? I just want my night, and it's shining on me. I'm your Cinderella, but time is not a problem, and I could be a queen. Just don't bring me no drama. Need you to be a king, to take home to my mama. I know you see it in my eyes, baby. I promise that I'll never lie, baby. So I hope you ain't surprised, baby. By the way I fantasize, fairy tales really don't exist.
Okay, well, your next. First.
But I got a fantasy for it. They say I lost my mind, but I can fantasize. Can I? Fairy tales really don't exist anymore. But somehow I still believe in it. You said it's a waste of time.
I don't hear nothing.
Fantasize. Can I? Fairy tales really don't exist. But I can fantasize. Fairy tales really don't exist. But somehow I still believe in it.
We want to.
Money calling back to back. Put your pounds, that's a fact. Landscape, them details. Yeah, you know I'm pushing that. 8 ball, quarter pocket. Yeah, you know I cut that. L dance from Medina zone. All that quick stats. Got your bitch in the lag. Pimpin' hard, that's a fact. Out of state, get airtime. Man, this hoe is a rat. Niggas hating, that's whack. I'm just starting like my dad. Birdman, got the drip on me. Bitch, I'm stacking up racks. High life wanna live. Never tall, never steal. Two-tone, no flash shit. Cadillac with the grill. Leather wood on the wheel. Smoke good, how I feel. Shining like I got a deal. Turned up, no chill. Ring, ring, it won't stop ringing. Money calling back to back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop ringing. Money calling back to back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop ringing. Money calling back to back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop back and I'm trapping hard. Food up on the plate. I stay in my own lane. Living life and I'm great. Lost tail with the steak. I was locked down in the breaks. In the grass with the snakes. Never talk with the jakes. No man don't feel homie. Hit him hard with the shake. Never snitched over late. Never switch over cake. 3 stripes with the Drake. Ride around with the apes. Ring, ring, it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it. Ring, 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 it won't stop ringing. Money calling back, I gotta go get it.
That's right. It's the all-new Rise and Grind morning show right here in the 419 Grind studio, presented to you by Hotbox and Lima Humidop. Leah, this thing just took a baby effect with this is baby vibes.
You know the 419 Grind love the kids.
Expect the unexpected. As we told y'all, without saying that it wasn't going to happen, we got a special show today. And we got a special guest that we waiting on our other caller. And if not, I got my man. When you got your people in the building with you, it's just a whole nother vibe. I see he done got his hair cut. He done got his stuff. Y'all can't see.
I am done with you.
If those that's looking in on the Facebook Live and those that's listening to us on iHeart, this is the #1 urban podcast show in the country. In the studio, we got Devon Fagan. Make some noise. Look, he want to act. Hey, this is a morning show, bro. This is all energy and vibes. People don't want no boring-ass morning show. What up? And his nickname, many of us know him as Bird. What up, Bird?
I told him don't come with that sexy voice, man.
No, look, bro. Listen, bro.
Don't come with that bitch voice.
Bro, don't do that, bro. Don't start. Man, but even, oh, man, even look up on the screen. Let DJ look up on the screen right there. Who is that?
Look.
If y'all not listening, he brought in the #1 baby model in the country right now. Let him say what's up. Let him say what's up. Let him say good morning.
Say good morning.
Show him on the TV, on the screen. So, Berg, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us here on the all-new Rise and Grind morning show. How you feeling, man?
I'm all right. I can't complain.
Bruh, if you Leah, no burger ain't about to try to do this. This is a Rise and Grind morning show. You grinding right now. You had to bring the sun in. Y'all both got on Adidas. What was your vibe, man, when you walked into the studio? You know, y'all rocking Adidas sweatsuits and all that.
Oh, man, I couldn't find it. I ain't see no numbers on the door.
Then you had to bring the baby in. That's why we got a lot of respect for mothers, because what y'all have to do, Leah, to go to appointments and get the baby situated.
And be alive.
Man, we can't be playing with y'all. So all you men that got that, you know, want to give your kids' moms some troubles, man, leave them women alone. Because, Berg, I saw you had the baby bag, you had the stroller, the diaper bag.
So, yeah, so shout out to fathers, you know, who do it too. Definitely.
Right. Well, I mean, that's my dude. So, I ain't moving if he can't move. So.
I know, that's right.
And that's how he look at it too. DJ, look at the screen. Look up at the screen. Look at the TV. He look how he look at his eyes. Put the camera on it. We gonna let him see himself. Look at the TV, DJ. He looking at the camera. Right there, look how he look at me. He like, bro, leave me alone, man. Right. It's early. Look at him.
Like, you lucky I'm being good now.
I'm virtually learning right now. So, Berg, for those that do not know you, man, tell us a little bit. Who is Devon Fagan from Toledo, Ohio? I'm gonna give him that. Who is Berg, man?
That's deep, man.
Come on, man. It's a morning show, brother.
I'm just a man trying to make a difference. That's all.
You just a man. So what school you come from? What neighborhood you grew up in? What's some of the things you've been a part of?
I mean, I've been on the south side all my life, but I went to Springfield.
You got to talk a little because of these mics.
I went to Door. I went to Springfield.
Big shout out to Springfield. That's where me and my bro, we went to Springfield together.
Yeah, you made it through. I didn't, though, but
Hey, and it's so crazy because Leah, this is a very close friend. Our families are really close. But when we first met each other, he tried to beat me up. He tried to beat me up.
Tried to or did?
It was about 8th or 9th grade. He probably stole on me in the cafeterias.
I would love to see y'all two hit.
No, not no more. It's love now. We argue like hell now.
No, I'm just playing. I would never want to see y'all hit.
You know, because he was playing sports and doing all that stuff, and I was a little different, so they like, no, he got to go.
Oh, so you was the bully.
No, he was the bully, actually.
Oh, you was? Oh.
And I just, we had a little situation. It's kind of weird that he get 3 days and I get 80 days. I didn't understand that one, though, but,
But he was the athlete. So
yeah, he was on the sport thing.
Right.
And, man, we been locked
cover
in.
them athletes for
sure. He protected. DJ having the whole conversation. And again, much love. This is Leah. This is why I love the show. It's real. It's authentic.
Yes.
We bring what many people live.
Yeah.
You have to come to work sometime with your baby.
Yeah, I came to work that day. First of all, Treese texted me that morning, said he wouldn't come, and I'm like, oh, damn. And then the sitter wasn't available. I'm like, damn.
And if you ever went through not having a sitter, you got to make it happen.
So y'all, whoever saw that episode, y'all saw me sitting here making a bottle, talking to Dewan, trying to do the show all at the same time.
And that was probably one of the most interactive shows, Leah. Babies matter.
Yeah, they do.
Right. Most definitely.
So Bird.
They're all that matter.
They all that matter. All right, so we get a little bit about where you went to school, Springfield.
Yeah.
What was some of the things you did after high school, and what's some of the places that you had a chance to, and just tell get a chance to tell your story.
I mean, that ain't much to tell. I mean, I dropped out my freshman year at Springfield. I was in the streets.
Okay.
I was in the streets.
Yep. But you also became a great dad and learned how to be a great dad too, not just off the cuff. And you say that a lot. But then you end up having beautiful children. How many beautiful children do you have?
I got 3 children, 2 girls and him. Yeah.
What's their ages?
17, 15, and 2.
And that 17 is something serious.
Yeah, it's a whole show about that.
Yeah.
And how the 15-year-old?
Well, great. She doing real good in school. Well, both of them doing real good in school. I can't take none away from my oldest daughter, even though we got our complications. My older daughter is great in school.
Wow.
Straight A student. She go to Central, great, excellent grades, And my youngest daughter, the same way. She just more into like hair and nails and stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you surround her when you find out what they like, Leah, and what your kids like. You try to keep them in that.
Yeah, make those connections. Use your resources and your connections, and a couple young ladies our age who are hairstylists. You say, hey, I'm gonna take you, and hey, I want you to get my daughter for a few days. Have her, sit with you. Sit at that front desk if she works at a salon, whatever. Yeah, they have to start early and.
And it's crazy because we had a conversation before we kind of go into it, but it was a little funny. He was a little agitated. I thought it was straight humor. So his 15-year-old who loves nails and hair and things of that nature.
Mine too.
He said that she go buy this $80 hair and then she take it out like, I don't think I want it. He like, wait a minute, this just costs, and you don't want it now?
Man.
He said, no, we ain't gonna keep doing it.
But the funny thing about it is though, she spend her own money. I mean, because she make her own money. She make good money. On what she do right now. So, but she wasting. I'm trying to teach her saves and building and growing and having something later on instead of just spending it all right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said he want to listen too. So we getting DJ set up, and I think, and Leah, you hit it on the head. We enjoy what they want to. We give them what they enjoy as parents.
So as a parent, you have how many children?
3.
And you said that you dropped out of high school, got into the streets. Did you ever go back and get your GED?
Yes. And I'm a certified law book tutor. I can teach. I did that in the joint, help people get their GED and stuff like that.
I love that. So, and I think that's amazing that you said that because there are so many young African-American men, and not even just young, in their 30s and in their 40s, that were in the streets and are still in the streets. They haven't quite figured out how to get out of the streets. What would your advice be to these young guys that are out here still in the streets, you know, basically wasting their life away to that, what would your advice be to them?
Find an exit plan. You gotta find a way out.
Wow.
The stories, majority of them always in the same way: the death, the prison, the snitching, the hurt families, the people trying to bury you, and just all that. You got to find an exit plan. I'm not telling nobody don't get no money, but do something with it.
Right.
Like, do something.
Absolutely.
Try to change your life. You ain't getting money out the hood to be in the hood forever. I mean, what's the point? Like, try to do something different. Try to find a way out of the game. Like, 'cause that thing ain't for it.
So when you say you got your you went back, got your GED, and then you're a law book tutor, you said?
Yeah.
Did you get that certification while you were locked up?
Yes.
So you got in some trouble, went behind bars for a little while, and you didn't just sit there writing letters and selling dreams to girls on the phone. You took advantage of the time that you had, and you got a certificate, got certified to do something, and came out and in a better position. So
yeah.
I just think I wanted to highlight that and point that out because I think that's so important. You know, there's so many young guys that are out here living in the streets feeling like, even just yesterday we were having a conversation about this, and our intern, Dewan, was like, there's a lot of people out here who feel like, well, why should I go flip burgers when I could be out here making triple that, doing this? And, what I said to him was, or to those people, like eventually you're going to catch a case, and all that money that you made is going to go to lawyers and go to the feds and to everything else. It's going to happen. There's no way around it. You're either going to catch a case or you're going to die. Like,
and then you got those sleepless nights. You got the police chasing you. You got, all that different stuff that come along with that, and you being away from your family.
Your so-called friends side-eyeing you.
Yeah, and people trying to backdoor you, man. It's just a lot.
And so when would you say you got to a point where you were like, man, I'm done with this. I can't do this no more. And what was the final straw? Like, what made you say, you know what, I'm going to take my money and I'm going to take what I got right now and invest it into something positive and do something more positive?
I went to prison in 2009. I got caught with like 2 grams, 3 grams, some stuff like that. And I went to prison for a year. So it kind of like threw me for a loop because I see guys getting knocked with all types of stuff and
right.
they don't go nowhere.
Right.
So it was like something ain't right with this picture. Then I'm gone for a year. But imagine if it was this or this. I'd be gone for 10, 20 years. And I had kids at that point. So I love my kids more than anything in this world. Yes. So I try to base my decisions on how it's going to affect them, what I mean? And a lot of people in the game, they be selfish. They only care about the money and what it can bring them and the attention and the fame, opposed to the people that they hurting and the people that they,
that are affected by it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned having an exit plan. It's okay. You mentioned about having an exit plan. Some of the business ventures that you went on, like you said, you became a certified law instructor, but also
law book tutor.
Law book tutor. Thank you for the correction. He got his own. So, he got his tablet. Y'all need to be in the studio.
Out his own iPad.
He put out. He I ain't about to look at that. Let me look at my own.
I ain't finna play with you.
How old is DJ?
2.
He 2 years old, y'all. He just put out an iPad tablet. Like, I got my own. I'm about to, y'all talking. Let me do my thing. That's crazy, Leah.
Crazy.
But you also owned a couple of businesses.
Yeah.
And you became a certified auto body specialist.
Well,
mechanic.
I never actually went to school for it. I'm not certified, though.
You're not, but you had a business of painting cars.
Yeah.
Had shops with big, I want to say big, but I'm saying you was able to make a substantial life off of investing your money into cars.
Yeah, business. I mean, I teach and try to tell anybody that business is what's happening. I mean, in that game, you got to buy. You buy that business, you make. If you know what you're doing and you successful at it, you know what I mean? You got to find something that you really can do. And I mean, I really can do it and I really can run a business. So it wasn't, it was nothing to do.
So what about some of and Leah may even speak to this. So then you took from Because we go to work, we find that exit plan, we find what we want to do, and then we forget to have a social life, Leah, like having fun. So then you get into being one of the biggest show promoter or event promoters, especially in the nightlife scene in the city. What was that transition? How did you end up started enjoying promoting not the nightlife scene? Because we need it. Like, people be tripping about spending time at going to have a drink, Leah. I don't drink, but I understand what the social life can do. When you stressing, you better have an outlet, Leah. You better be able to go somewhere to have a cool drink or hang out with cool people and meet somebody. So, Berg, when you got off into that, what changed from you get out of prison, you get your certifications, you start opening other business ventures? How did you get into promoting events and shows? How did that love kick into place?
I did my first promotions and events before I ever even went to prison. Frank Nitty.
Big shout out to Nitty Barbershop.
Yeah, he called me one day and was like, "Come swing by the shop, let me talk to you." I swing by. He said, "Man, I'm gonna give you $500 to put you on this flyer." So, run it.
Dang. Anybody even ever called me and said that?
Man, run it.
Okay.
So you know me, man, give me that.
To be put on the flyer.
Just to put my picture on there? What picture? You want to take a picture how you want? What you want? You know, what you want me to do? So then I went to the party. It was me, Ken Hooks, and C-Dog on the flyer.
Okay.
And I watched all them people come in there dropping 20 and 40 at that door.
Wow.
I said, I got to get into this.
Yeah.
Because after, 10 people just paid what he paid me. You know what I mean? It's
right.
About 250 people.
Right.
You remember what that event was?
It was on Ashland at that
Tia's.
No, the Copeland Hall.
The old Copeland Hall, yeah.
The Copeland Hall.
Wow. And so that got you into wanting promoting shows and promoting events and things of that nature?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't slow. I mean, I seen him make too much money.
But then you also
off my picture. That was the thing, off my picture. So let me try to,
capitalize on me.
Exactly.
And so you went into other business ventures. You start opening up businesses. You even brought a couple of shows, concerts.
Yeah, I probably had one of the biggest concerts ever in this time.
What was the concert?
I had Boosie, Webby. We had Calico, the other guys from Detroit. It was a nice show.
Let me ask you, in a process like that, what is the process of that? How do you just reach out to these people, like go to their social media pages and where it says booking this person, you just email and say, I want to book this person? How does that whole process work?
You can, but you got to make sure that it's actually their people. Because sometimes it'd be fake pages and it'd be certified pages that might be fake, or the stuff might have done changed and they didn't take that page down, and different stuff like that. So
So how do you know if it's a certified page or not?
They'll respond back to you too.
Yeah, I mean, with me, it was trial and error at first, but then once I threw a couple of shows, because I've been involved in a lot of shows for real. It was people who. People thought brung those people that I actually, brung those people, because sometimes, like I noticed with Toledo, they might get tired, like bored with you. You know what I mean? Or he keep, and so other people,
lead to follow.
Yeah, So, but after I got
follow the lead. I'm sorry.
After I got in the game, I knew a few people, and I can call and say, like, is this the person I need to talk to? People in Atlanta, Jenkinstown, Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? I know people all over, so it's like. Somebody gonna put me in touch with somebody.
Gotcha.
And it's interesting that you asked that question, Liv, because he said the key was he had to go through trial and error.
Absolutely.
He had to make some phone calls and get the dummy calls, and this ain't the person you talk to, and go through all that, because with those calls come bullshit. Like somebody that want an edge and I can connect you with. I remember traveling with Life, and we would go to different shows, man, when he first came out with 26819, and because I was his personal security, people thinking, man, we want to get him to come to this, and we want him to do cameos, to come to the club afterwards, and we'll pay him $10,000 to do a walkthrough and all this. And I'm like, damn. But they just trying to connect to that person. It's interesting because that's how I met my son's mother.
Shout out to Life too. When he came back and did that show for me, he did it for free and for nothing. Like,
man,
that's
shout
amazing.
out to homie. Yeah.
Man, LY, and we gonna get him on the show. He is a solid dude, and I can say his journey helped him stay humble. I was with him when he'll go around at the time. We're in Atlanta. He just giving money out and giving his time. So he is that dude. It ain't something that life is really that dude. His kids really got a great person to look at who made a mistake and can grow from. But it was interesting because, like I said, I met my son's mother. She was looking to meet life. She got life, and it just happened to be.
And I'm done.
She just happened to get me. But like you said, you had to go through a trial and error.
Experience is the best teacher. You know, I went to school for business, and a lot of the stuff that I learned conducting business, I was never told in school. I was never taught, never showed, never seen in a book.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So it's trial and error with
even with people.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because they tell you in the book, Leah, how to do this, but they don't tell you the people that you're going to have to deal with, Bird.
Yeah. And the experiences, yep.
And the shady-ass people that you might have to deal with.
The crisscross, the overcharging, the scamming. It's all types of stuff can go on in business. That even with taxes, you know what I mean? Like when you get that letter and they say, oh, you owe $70-something thousand in taxes, and you like, man, I ain't even made $700. What you talking about? You know what I mean? You got it's like I said, it's trial and error for real.
And that's what's so unique. And again, our other guest was world champion boxer Albert. He couldn't be on. He said he's going to give us a chance to get back on the show. But I want to talk about an event that with all of your community gifts. So, Berg, you do a lot in the community, and you will never get accolades for it. But I want to tell you here on the #1 Urban Podcast Show, on YouTube and live, man, we thank you.
Congrats on that.
Yeah, for sure, man. And thank you for willing to come in and bring DJ. This is a memorable moment. But there's a lot of things that you have done in the community, good and bad. And even with knowing what you have done, you say, you know what, I'm going to give back. Your give back is off the hook. And I'll speak personally. We did something with the collaboration of him kind of boosting me, Leah. I got a little discouraged on when Robert Easter Jr. had his first fight. And I wanted to take 100 kids for free because in the bigger cities, they can do it. And it was all the way up to, I think, maybe 18. I wanted to take 100 free. And so I mapped out how much that was going to cost. And I got a little discouraged because the people that you thought was going to support you, they didn't come through. And it was like, damn. So I called Bird. I'm like, man, this is what I want to do. And I was like, I ain't going to do it if I don't get the 100. He said, wait, what? And you might not even remember this, but you was like, Treese, I don't care if you take 25. Don't give up on your mission. Your mission was to take the kids to the Huntington Center to experience night of championship boxing in Toledo for free. He said, I don't care if you take 25. He said, I'll be willing to help you. He helped me. We took, in 2017, 100 kids, his kids, my kids, neighborhood kids from around the city, Northwest Ohio, to the Robert Easter fight in the Huntington Center. It was an amazing night. And to this day, and then we had a chance to have a follow-up, and we took them downtown. They got a chance to share their stories on why they were champions. So I just want to say that a little bit about who is sitting in this chair. But what's some other things that you have been a part of? And not saying that you didn't get recognition, because truth be told, Big Treese and the City Park League helped that. He like, hold on, let me get my started the Robert Easter Parade. What's some of the things that you have done in the community, man, and gave back to? And you could just name a few, and some things that you were in the camera for, and some of the things that you wasn't.
I mean, I try not to be in the camera at all. For one, because I don't do it for that. That ain't my thing.
He say, get off his stuff. He 2 years old. Hey, DJ run, the kids run. He talk about get off my stuff.
But yeah, a lot of stuff. I just do it. I try to help with the kids and help with the community. Give back, help uplift, help grow, help them mature. Because I never had that myself as a child, coming up. You know me. I was in the streets at 14 years old, 15 years old. Literally, like, I'm sleeping in stolen cars, abandoned houses. I'm wherever, you know what I mean? They wondering why I ain't got to go in when the street lights come on. You know what I mean? Because I ain't had nowhere to go.
Okay.
It was different. So I'll be trying to get them to not go down my path and not do the things that I've done and go, where I've been. I mean, I didn't.
What's some of your proud give backs that you was a part of that you saw? If you can name 5 of them that you did individually or did a collaboration with. I thought it was huge. One thing that when y'all did the Halloween thing at the Underground in the parking lot. I mean, it might have seemed minute, but I thought that was huge. What's some things that you thought that you can say, man, I was glad.
I did a food drive for the Kitchen of the Poor one. Well, actually several times, but one time it was huge. I gave them a lot of food. I couldn't believe I acquired that much food to give them. Had people donate to me and donated them some cash and stuff like that, because they was going through rough times once upon a time where they was thinking about closing their doors because nobody wasn't making donations and stuff like that. So I did that for them.
The search you helped lead it. That was life changing when they found those bodies in Swan Creek. Leah, Gutter Dave, Berg, they put together some effort and went into there and helped find those bodies. And those are some recent events, man. You've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So
and see, I mean, I'm from the South Side, and it was kind of always strange to me. They were saying basically oh, they searched for them. No, y'all didn't. Because them boys in that water, you know what I mean? And I'm from that neighborhood. In the past 30 years, you can't show me one person that ever went in that water and came out alive. I don't care what they say about that water, how shallow it is or whatnot. Nobody has fell in there and came out alive in the past 30 years. So they got to be in that water. And, I started trying to move the city where, go, do a real search. And I just kept getting the doors closed on me. So I said, oh, you know what? I'll do it myself. Yep. Then it was, okay, well, you ain't got no permit. You can't do a search. I got to have a permit.
Wow.
Yeah.
The all new Rise and Grind. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, they want you to have a piece of paper to say you can do that. No,
wow.
We ain't even about to do none of that. We going to look, and people came together. Big shout out to Ken with the search dogs.
Yep.
And kayakers and stuff. You know what I mean? And the media, they downplayed it and said, oh, well, it was just like it was random. No, it wasn't random. It was an organized search, and we put that together, and we went and found those bodies, and that's what it was.
And that's what I say, just be thankful. Yeah, and that's what we talk about on the All New Rise Grind morning show when we do things like that. And that's just a tip of it. There's people weighing in.
No. No. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right. I don't know. Somebody left a comment.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Trav. Trav Grandin said he remembered when we walked into the Huntington Center and we had those, we took 100 kids, never done before, and some of the other things that you have been a part of, man. And so publicly recorded and documented. Devon Berg Fagan, thank you, man. Yes. Don't stop. Don't stop doing what you do, man. Damn the haters, because if that's what hating did and all the stuff that you did, man, let them keep hating, because you changing lives, you inspiring. Then you started your own organization, Hoodstock. Yeah. And can you tell people what Hoodstock is? And we're going to get into, after you tell what Hoodstock is, we're going to get into what Hoodstock is really about to capitalize on to help change lives. What is Hoodstock?
It was the event put together by an older man from the South Side. Whereas, like what Rick Ross implies, talking about buy back the block and stuff like that. Now, back then in 1997, he had the same concept, whereas he was, saying like, look, why do the Chinese people own all the stores? Why do the Arabs own all the corner stores, and white people own the places that we live and stuff like that? And he was, preaching about ownership and us trying to, come together and have our own neighborhoods, our own stores, our own food marts, our own property. You know what I mean? And Hoodstock is just basically that concept, buying stock in the hood. It's not like a hood, because it got such a bad stigma because of the word hood. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's what it's actually about, actually what it was designed for, to try to encourage people to, ownership and having your own and making the moves that you need to make so we can have our own.
And Leah, hearing that, what Hoodstock is, taking those two terms, combining them, and doing it in a recreational and a leisure way through music, entertainment, and art, but owning your own. That's huge, Leah.
Yes, it's huge. I'm huge. I mean, we talk about this all the time, creating generational wealth, becoming financially free. And we say this all the time. They've shown us they're not giving us nothing.
Okay.
So like we can sit up and wait on these 40 acres and a mule all you want. We're not getting it. We're not getting it. Get over it. And we gotta build ourselves, build our own community. For one, start here and build yourself.
Absolutely.
Then reach out to others who are in the community, networking, doing things. We all come together and we collectively rebuild our community. That's what this is all about.
And it's beautiful. And Earl Mack, who will be elected sheriff, he talked about coalitions. And so when you designed and came up, and big shout out to those that helped you in the beginning, the vision that you saw, and somebody capitalize on that. Leland, because some of the places that Hoodstock, when you threw the event, the outdoor event attached to Hoodstock, was held where?
The original one's held at Hamilton Park.
Hamilton Park, where you brought entertainment, artists, talents, giveaways. That's what the event was, but the concept was to own our own, huh?
Right. At the first ones we had like Floyd Rose speaking. We had it was a lot of people, man. I can't even remember. It was a lot of people.
Big shout out to Leland Rayford and Hoodstock and Khalil, because that whole Hamilton is that Hamilton HPG on the other side of Detroit. They crazy about Hamilton Park over there.
And Leland was a big support. It was his uncle. I believe it's his uncle that originally started. And they gave me the blessing to move forward with it. C-Dog, all of them, T.A., Tyrone Hamilton, all of them helped with that first one.
Willie Knight, because his family is right across the street. Yeah. So I just think that was so unique that you was able to change the method without changing the message. Your method was, I'm going to bring people together through music, entertainment. We're going to laugh. We're going to have a family reunion like we do, Leah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to show you that you can own your own doing this.
Yes.
Did you have a lot of policing, just real quick before we go to break? Was there any police doing security, or did the community secure their own?
No, I ain't never been, for nothing I do, I've never been able to secure police security. I've had events like concerts and stuff, but like far as outdoor events, I haven't never been able to secure actual police. I have had sheriffs and
shout out to the sheriff.
What do you mean when you say you haven't been able to secure police? They don't just what do you mean by that?
It's certain, I guess, criteria you got to meet, or it's certain stuff that I can't even explain it honestly, because I don't honestly know.
Gotcha.
But I know like you
have to like put in a request, and then
they approve it or they don't.
Or deny
and one of the things with what he's saying, his events were so enormous, we couldn't have enough. We didn't have the budget to buy that type of policing, because when he put something on, like he said, it started with a flyer with $500. For $500, his $500 went to 500 people.
Right.
And that's a huge expense.
Yes. And I just want to say too, like, even outside of what he does in the community, just as a person, Burger, I've seen you grow, because we know each other. We've been knowing each other for a long time. And Treese, me and you even talked about this, because not too long ago, me and Burger had back and forth on Facebook.
You and Berg?
Yeah, me and Berg. But it was all love and all respect, because I respect him, and he respects me. But Treese was even saying, when I came into the studio after that, he was like, man, Berg must really got some love and respect for you, because like I ain't never seen him just kind of, like pipe down and just be, he let you kind of have your way with the conversation, and you were very respectful. I kind of got emotional, I got a little loud. There was even one point Burger was like, I feel like I just got checked.
Yeah, I mean, but we different people. What I've learned is everybody not gonna see what you see, and I'm not gonna see what everybody else see.
Right.
And we just sometimes gotta agree to disagree.
Yeah, and that's what it was.
It don't always have to end in a violent result or a name calling or
just even on a bad vibe. Like we ended the conversation and then that was that. You know what I'm saying? It was all love and still all respect. But that just lets me know that not only have I grown as a person, but you also have. And so
and then a lot of stuff I don't even speak on, but in that situation, those are my kids. So, even though that's not actually my kid who you was not even talking to that day, it was about that day, but she calls me dad, what I mean? Like she literally, no exaggeration, she calls me
dad.
And you
even checked her.
Yeah, most definitely. Because she was wrong. She was dead wrong.
Yeah,
she was dead wrong. She was dead wrong.
And Leah, like she mentioned it, and when we can use our disagreements as our strength, and look at us sitting here today with that. Even Trav again, he said always wanted to DJ Hoodstock, but was always booked. So when you created these avenues, and in your growth, as Leah just mentioned, Burke, it is a phenomenal thing to see you continue to grow, man. And I think kids help us do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That you have to know that somebody is waiting on you. Right. Like you can't just turn up and go off with some of the lashing that goes on social media and things. You got somebody that needs more of your attention.
Right. Exactly. I mean, you know me, but I am a changed person, you know what I mean?
And every day you're working to do better.
Exactly. Because again, you gotta think for your kids too. Yes. The kids, you know what I mean? They're not the decision makers. You are, you know what I mean? So you gotta think for them, and you gotta think of how things can affect them, the outcome on them, and what it's gonna do to them. You know what I mean? Because if it was just me, I'd probably be in prison right now doing the rest of my life.
Right.
Because a lot of these people, it's like when you take the high road and try to humble yourself and walk away, then they get louder, they get crazier, it get even more extra. Right. You know what I mean? And it just be crazy.
And you know what? We got to take a quick break because when we come back, we going to have more of the conversation. When you try to take the high road and somebody want to turn up and you really want to kick their ass, look, this ain't that. This is the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show. Expect the unexpected. Brought to you by Hotbox and Lima Humidop.
It feels like the very first time that I saw you, boy. I had a crush on you, yeah. I saw you from across the room. You danced your way over, and I knew it was over, yeah. Don't you wanna know me? Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. Don't you wanna know me? Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. I'm in love. Got a crush on you. Once a girl tells me it's my first time. I think I got a crush on you. I'm in love. Got a crush on you. Once a girl tells me it's my first time. I think I got a crush on you. It feels like the very first time that I saw you, boy. I had to dance into your arms. The way you move so right. And then you came close and we stepped all night. Don't you wanna know me? Yeah. Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. Don't you wanna know me? Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. Got a crush on you. Once a girl turned to it's my first time. I think I've got a crush on you. I'm in love. Got a crush on you. Once a girl turned to it's my first time. I think I've got a crush on you. I'm in love. Don't you wanna get a crush on you? Don't you need to once a girl turned to I've been crushing on you. Yeah, I'm thinking of you. I think I got a crush on you, baby. Don't you wanna get a crush on me? Once a girl turned to I've been crushing on you. Yeah, I'm thinking of you. I think I got a crush on you, baby. It feels like a melody from a song that's about love. A song that's about love. A song that's about love. And it feels like a dream to me, like it's from above.
Don't you wanna know me? Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. Don't you wanna know me? Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. I'm in love. Got a crush on you. What's a girl to do? It's my first time. I think I've got a crush on you. I'm in love. Got a crush on you. What's a girl to do? It's my first time. I think I've got a crush on you. Yeah. I know I'm crushing. Because I'm crushing too. Now everybody just step. Yeah. Come on. Now everybody just dance. Come on.
I'll be never so tired. Don't you ever want more? Till then you'll never get it. I've seen the way you look at life like a spectator. On the outside, you gotta get in the game sometime. I listen to the way you complain about what you don't like. And I get it, but I understand it ain't always what you think. People only show you their best selves on the internet. And all that glitters is still not gold. You gotta go for what you know and make a way. So all I'm trying to say is, don't you ever get tired of being ever so tired? Don't you ever want more? Till then you'll never get it. I'm not trying to criticize you, babe. Only want to inspire you, baby. I see the world inside you, babe. But only you can do what you can do for you. So don't you ever get tired of being ever so tired? Don't you ever want more? Till then you'll never get it. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, my babe. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, my babe. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, my babe. Till then you'll never get it. Don't you ever get tired of being ever so tired? Don't you ever want more? Till then you'll never get it. Don't you ever get tired of being ever so tired? Don't you ever want more? So then you'll never get it. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, my babe. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, my babe. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, my babe. Till then you'll never get it. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, my babe. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, my babe. Don't give my bae. Till then you'll never get it.
What you say, mama? That's right. It's the all-new Rise and Grind morning show presented to you by Hotbox Bistros and Lima Human Dot right here on the all-new Rise and Grind morning show. We got a great October 8th show going on in the studio with the beautiful and lovely Miss Leah Renee.
Hey.
What's up, Leah?
What's up?
Man, we got a hood stock of a conversation today with the CEO and founder, Devon Berghagen, known here around 419 and other places. What's up, Berg? How you feeling, man?
Where his mic at?
I'm great.
You feeling good, man?
Yeah.
DJ then got in his mode now, so the big two, we got to call him the big two. The big two is chilling. What he watching on that iPad that keep him calm? What is it called?
Because he's calm all the way down.
Octonauts.
Yeah. He love that show.
Big shout out to everybody that got Octonauts.
Right. You know, my little baby, she my mom will put her and her bouncer on the coffee table in front of the TV and put that show on, and she literally just be watching it. She be sitting there like really paying attention. Like
he like that now in the studio. So we're in the 419 Grind studio with the big two. 2-year-old, and Dad didn't put on his show when he and his own little vibe.
That you brought him with you. I love that.
Yeah, I can't not take it.
You know, we love the kids.
Right.
Well, before we got off the air, we had some conversation about who you are, some of the things that you gave back to your journey, but I want to get into a little bit of how you are transitioning now as you are continue to grow every day to improving the neighborhoods and the lives that you know. So I understand, Bird, that you have teamed up, like you were talking off air, knowing your role. You have teamed up with some city officials, neighborhood people, everyday people to bring an event that's going to change lives, man. And it's a series of events. It's just now on the stumping grounds that when we claim our neighborhoods, we get a chance to be a part of. And it's called HEAL. Yeah. H-E-A-L. H-E-A-L. HEAL. What is HEAL?
It's an event where we try to, and shout out to Malik. Malik is the creator of this. Malik from
Smith Park. Big Blood. We had him on the show. He said, give him that. Yes. Malik, what's up? But Big Blood, and he posed something to city officials and decision makers around the 419 to do an event like this. And HEAL is ultimately to do what?
To provide an outlet where we can gather and utilize some of the resources that's provided that people don't know are being provided.
Like what?
There's going to be people there to help with getting you low-income housing. There's going to be people there to help you with getting your GED. There's going to be people there where you can it's just a lot of resources. I mean, it's too many for me to even name. You know, I mean, even a police chief is going to be there if the community has questions for the police chief. You know, and that's huge for the chief of police to be coming out to an event and talking to the public. You know what I mean? Like, that's very rare.
And I would say, if you want to chime in to the conversation, what do you think need to be heard, said, provided at this event at Savage Park? Call us right now, 419-540-3566. Call in right now. Drop the phone number for them.
419, what's on your mind? Give us a call at 419-540-3566. We want to hear from you.
So as he talked about at Savage Park this Saturday, there's an event that you can come and get some of the resources, information that you might not even use, Berg. Somebody else might be able to use. Mm-hmm. What do you think the neighborhoods need to hear? Malachi, Gutter, Albert Prince Bell, of course yourself, is bringing that opportunity. But why is that so big right now, Berg, to bring with all the violence and the shootings and not just the negative stuff? Because there's some good things that's going on, too, in our neighborhood. Why is this so important right now in 2020 to bring these resources to communities and neighborhoods?
I mean, for one, about growth, because we got to start capitalizing on the same opportunities that the other people capitalize on and make it easier for them. You know what I mean? Again, it's so many grants. It's so much stuff out there that we don't know as Black people.
Okay,
is out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just was online the other day, and I was talking to a older white gentleman who was telling me about this rural. It's called the rural something fund, or it's some type of program where they will buy houses like you might see $100,000 house out in the country, and they will buy this house for you, right? And they will let you, with like 2-3% interest, pay them back on that house. And but the catch is, it's only in rural areas where you might be next to a farm, you might be, but it's, you know, out somewhere. But they will buy this house for you, like, because they want to build up rural areas.
Who will buy the house? What organization?
I had to look it back up because it was so. It's a government funded program. You know what I mean? And again, but they're only buying properties for people in rural areas. But again, who doesn't want a free house?
Who doesn't want to be in a rural area? I don't mind being out the way.
Exactly, because now when they
one of the things is, it's a lot of stipulations though that you will. But anything you want.
And I was reading that it is a lot of stipulations. The house got to be. It ain't like you can rehab it. It ain't like it could be a property you got to put money into. It has to be moving and ready.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. But the catch is, you can sublease it. You see what I'm saying? So now, okay, that y'all bought me the house, I owe y'all $800-900 a month.
I'm gonna rent it out for
you know what I mean? And so many women actually meet the criteria, but they don't know about the programs. That's the problem.
Right.
And what we trying to do, not just with adults, we trying to bring the kids together as well. And look, you can get your you can get your GED. We trying to come up with after school programs. I myself am trying to start GED classes. You know what I mean? I would help you get your GED free, no charge. You know what I mean? Yes, we're gonna practice social distancing and all that. We're gonna have our hand sanitizer, but I will help you. I'm gonna donate 3 nights a week and try to help you get your GED. I got you.
And what's so crazy is, if you're listening, hit the heart button for opportunity.
That's big right there. That's
and
big.
It's huge, Leah. And it's not just for you, because people are listening and weighing in. We got people listening all over the world. But here in the 419, you can call in and tell somebody else. It doesn't have to just be for you. Leah, you hear about some of the opportunities that he said we sometimes don't see and don't hear. What's your thoughts when you hear that about these opportunities that he could create? So
I think it's great. I think it's great that he creates these type of opportunities, and I think it's an amazing thing, because there are so many Black men who and women who are out there who they dropped out of school, they've been discouraged, or they don't have the money,
and you
or
talked
they don't
about
have
this
the
yesterday.
resources.
Yeah.
And so I think it's amazing that someone who dropped out of school and you went back and got your GED, now you're like, you know what, I'm gonna create a program. I'm gonna help you. That's basically creating a program. I'm gonna help you get your GED. That's so big, because there's people who would probably come and feel okay about doing it just because it's you. Whereas normally they wouldn't want to go, you know, their pride or whatever might, hold them back. But just because of you, it's like, oh, well, dang, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's amazing.
Right. And I try to tell them I'm for where y'all from, you know what I mean? So, like, I've been there and I know, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I went through it so you wouldn't do it after me.
Yeah.
Because I care about mine. I don't know about nobody else. You know what I mean? And when I say mine, I mean my people, my kids. I look at your kids like they my kids.
You do.
You know what I mean? So that's the difference with me, because I actually care about you. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they say they care, but they don't.
Okay, wait a minute. Because we all struggle with this. What if you don't like somebody? You still care about their kids?
Yeah. It's people that I think may be better off in the grave, but I still go see their kids box. I still support their kids. I still, when they see me, they need something.
This is real, so we can have that conversation.
I mean, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
But off top here, whatever. Oh, you need this. Oh, got you. You fight win, I'll be there. You know what I mean? I might not sit with your daddy, but I'm going to come see you and support you and show you love.
And that's real. We not going to sugarcoat that. Leah,
yeah, that's facts.
You might not like somebody. It's a lot of people that I necessarily don't like.
Yeah.
But I know you mean something to somebody. Don't mean I got to deal with you. But I know you mean something. But I will still help still help yours. Dre Sav helped me with that. One time I made a statement on here on this show, and he said, man, don't do that, Trees, because people like you, but you don't want to use those type of words because you mean something to somebody else. The same person that you use that offensive name on, you will get that same person to ride. And I was like, damn, it ain't easy.
Yeah.
But Leah, I don't never want someone not to be in a position to help who they help.
Absolutely.
And when we get in our personal beefs, we like, I don't give a fuck about you. It's whatever, you can do whatever. But you mean something to somebody.
Right.
And that's what's crazy. Like somebody like your ignorant, stupid, all the dumb things, somebody love you.
Yeah.
And don't care nothing about how much money you got or what you can do. And that's huge that you said that, Berg, that I still want the best for your family. I might not care about you and might not want you here no more, but I care about your family. This is a real show. Expect the unexpected. This ain't for everybody. And we okay. We got a slew of other shows you can watch. But on this all-new Rise and Grind morning show, we're having real conversation to inspire, to help. So this Saturday, you're bringing, along with so many others that's tied in, Albert Prince Bell will be a part of this, and he couldn't make it, and he's going to weigh back in on the conversation. Y'all bringing these resources to the park?
Well, I'm not saying bringing, I'm hosting. Because what the idea was to, the
HRC.
To bring people in from each side of town.
Okay.
And then, like I said, we working on so much, behind the scenes. We trying to take 20 kids from every side of town this summer coming up. We trying to put the budget together and everything where we going to show them work skills. You know what I mean? Like, we're actually going to let them work. We're actually going to pay them a real paycheck. That's and amazing. They're really going to work. You know what I mean? Different stuff. It might even just be helping me promote an event. And I'm going to show you along the way how you can make money promoting, events.
And how can younger kids or whoever get into this?
We haven't worked out all the kink shit again. Okay. We still working on that. We working on making sure no matter COVID or not, there will be a Hoodstock next year. Different stuff. A lot of different stuff. I even trying to find somebody to write me a grant and proposal to get City Park pool fixed, since they got so much money left over in the budget that they're not spending and utilizing this year or last year. Let's do something with it. You know what I mean? And that pool can make a difference.
Yes, absolutely. In the summertime,
it'll get a kid something to do, opposed to running
out of the streets,
running around busting windows out of vacant houses and doing different stuff that they're doing. You know what I mean? It'll give them. We gotta find something for them to do.
Yes.
Other than YouTube and be mischievous and be in the streets, and there's nothing for kids no more. Like there used to be all types of centers and things we could do after school. There was always somewhere to go, something to do, somewhere where we can play. Yeah. These kids can't even play no more. Yeah. You know what I mean? They barely can play. They don't even want to play basketball. I mean,
come on. Crazy.
And it's so interesting to hear you say that because, Berg, there are creating those opportunities. And we're not asking for permission. We just going to do it. What you going to stop us from creating a healthy neighborhood?
Right.
So if you really trying to stop us from creating a healthy neighborhood, there's something wrong with you, because we seeing the other side of it. We seeing the deaths, the shootings, y'all don't want them to gather at different parts, the gas station, Swain Field. What the hell you want them to do then? So without your permission or with your permission, we going to create those healthy spots. Because like you said, Bert, what are we giving them hope to do? When we ride through the city of Toledo and we love the city, we're from the city, what does it inspire somebody to do? You talked about creating this opportunity for young people to get involved in. Our executive intern, do you know whose son this is, Bert?
No.
I know you. That's Tig's son from the South Side. That's Tig's son right there. That's Riri. And rest in peace to her daughter. That's her brother right there. Merc daughter is an intern here. Man, JB, she's another intern. Nice. So when we create opportunity, this thing is so big for them, they don't even understand, man. Like, even with Merc and even Trey Daniels, he's working with Jeep right now. It's about creating those avenues for them, finding what they like and making it. You see the graphics up on the show? He created it. right from the South Side. So I am so proud to hear that you are doing so many things that's not even being seen. And some of the other business ventures that you're going to get into. What do you need the community to come out and do this Saturday? When is the time? What time should everybody be there? What can we expect at this event? Kind of activities.
There's gonna be free food. There's gonna be music. There's gonna be a couple of speakers and whatnot. And it's an open forum. You know what I mean? If you got concerns you want to voice, if you got things you want to say, it's no problem with you asking for that mic and you saying them. You know what I mean? Because again, the people that you need to reach, are they gonna be there? If you got a problem with the policing in your community, you got a chance to voice that. You know what I mean? It's all gonna be there. And then, like I said, there's gonna be other resources that you can utilize. You might need siding on your house. You might can't afford it, you know, and you get fined for that. You might need new gutters. You know, it's going to be different resources there that you can capitalize off of. And then, like I say, just the community support and speaking their voice. I mean, because I can only say so much. Gutter Dave can only say so much. Malik can only say so much. And without the community backing the things that we are trying to address in this city,
we'll stay in the same spot.
Exactly.
Our executive intern then grabbed the mic. You must have hit a buzzword for him. And I also want to just say special thanks to Habitat for Humanities. I seen Habitat. Normally we don't see those programs in our neighborhoods, Leah. I saw 3 houses in our community receive refurbishing or whatever needs that they needed on their houses on the blocks that we live in. So I want to say special thanks. And it's because oftentimes, like you said, Leah, about reaching, being in a position where you don't know someone and you want to get to the expectation. So when Habitat came in the hood doing these houses, I was like, damn, so we can meet the requirements and get our houses, like you said, siding, roofing, flooring, the porches, the foundation.
A lot of times with us as a people, we always feel discouraged, even like with voting. Oh, my vote don't count. It's not going to mean anything. How do you know?
If you don't get involved.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't vote or take advantage of these things, or you even try. Because those same people, they probably thought they couldn't get it. They probably thought they couldn't get approved. They probably thought they couldn't get their stuff done because they didn't meet the requirements. And lo and behold, look.
It got done.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right.
DeJuan, you are executive intern who's been engineering the show. What's your thoughts, man? I see you wanted to weigh in.
No, because
it's on. It's on.
All right. See, so I heard him. You was talking about the heel, and then you said you didn't have all the kinks worked out and stuff. But I know y'all probably gonna have a flyer. Did y'all ever think about like doing like a commercial for it, like a promo?
Not exactly. No, not exactly. No.
And that's the reason why he asked.
Be great. Yeah,
it's the reason why he asking you that too.
Yeah, that would actually be great. Yeah, that would actually be great. Because we see, and that's another thing. The reach. How do you reach these people? A lot of people, that's what we're trying to bridge the gap with Heal is, look, these resources are here. Come get them. We're trying to tell you to come get them.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So, and that's the same thing with what I think he's touching on is, reaching the people. And that's what we're trying to do. So, yes, that would be a great avenue. You can
sound like another opportunity for you to. He just woke up, y'all.
Yeah, we can exchange numbers and whatnot.
And JB, you take pictures, right?
Yep.
JB, you take. It sounds like right now everybody give a round of applause because our opportunity just met right here. Just being. And that's so huge, Bert. Just being in the position, just show up. You never know, Leah, where it might take off.
Never know.
Because now JB got something that she'll be doing this weekend. She's going to help DeJuan create the promo and a flyer for the event.
Dope.
And that's your niece. And you always say, she needs to get involved.
Yep.
When you hear that, Leah, that when you just show up and conversations and things happen, what does that say about us and what does that say about opportunities like the Heal?
I mean, it's really amazing, and because I went through college. I went through a 4-year degree. I did 3 different internships. I've done the volunteer work. I've done all these different things, but I had to go out and chase it. Chase it hard. Nobody ever was like, just give me anything. Just give me an opportunity. So I just think, I think that it's great. It's an amazing opportunity, and I appreciate you, collaborating with us in that way. And it's a dope thing.
So how can somebody that want to get involved in HEAL, how can they reach you and some of the other opportunities that you are part of, and just linking in with Hoodstock? How can somebody get in touch with a Devon Fagan?
I got a Facebook page. I got an Instagram page. I got.
But what that mean? What?
Hit me on social media.
How do you? Because some people might don't even spell your name right.
DEVONNE. I don't know. I mean, that's all I got is social media. I do a lot with social media.
You got a phone number that they can reach you at if you wanted to give a phone number out?
Yeah.
What about Hoodstock? How do they want, if they want to be a part of the organization? Like you said, looking at the terms, combining stock back into our hoods and our neighborhoods.
419-210-3121.
Can you say that one more time and we'll put it up on the screen?
419-210-3121.
And you can call in if you want to be a part of help, be a part of this movement. I think it was unique what you said is the reach. How are we reaching people? And that's why we enjoy this podcast, because this will be voted the #1 local podcast in the city, the #1 urban podcast in the country, right here on the All New Rise and Grind Morning Show. One thing that we like to do, Bergen, we got a lot of people weighing in. Ms. Donetta Carter, hey, Social Butterfly, Andrea, Mir, there's some people showing love. Who, Devon, that you would like to say thank you, I love you, and I appreciate you? You can start with family, friends, partners in the street. Who do you just want to say thanks and show appreciation to?
First of all, I want to give honor to the Most High for being so merciful on me.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Coming from where I come from and doing the things that I've done, because I've harmed my community as well as I've helped it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Expect the unexpected. Straight talk.
So that first, my kids, because they keep me grounded, they keep me stable. Gutter Dave, the community for supporting a lot of the things that I do, because I don't make the noise that I make and help the people I help without people helping me.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I'm so appreciative for that.
I know your mom's smiling down.
Yeah, especially like with events like Hoodstock, you know, giving away 600 book bags with back to school supplies is not cheap and it's not easy. You know what I mean? Without the community support, I wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I mean? Feeding all those kids, buying them ice cream and drinks and all that stuff. When you're talking about 800 kids, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People don't understand that part of the game. You know what I mean?
And I think that's huge, Berg. And don't forget, and just don't forget your thought process, because you reach out to just everyday people, man.
Yeah,
and sometimes people think you need businesses and organizations, but these just might be street dudes or street women and people that live day to day say, I support you.
Right.
And so showing that appreciation too.
I had made a post the other day because I seen people with $1 million machines behind them that don't do the reach, how to reach that we reach and do the stuff that we do without the community. You know what I mean? Like it don't take a lot. You know what I mean? It take us as a people to unite and be together to make those things happen.
Yeah.
We don't need nobody else, honestly. You know what I mean? But that's different. But shout out to Gutter Dave, especially Malik, you know, for putting the whole idea together. The police chief and the fire department, everybody who supporting this
HRC,
event, everybody,
Human Relations
the Human Relations Committee, everybody who's supporting this event and providing resources and everything of that nature. Everybody. I mean, Toledo as a whole. I mean, it's not a bad place for real. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of bad apples in it. That's all.
What time is the event?
It's Saturday at 1 p.m. I think. Yeah,
1 to 3.
Yeah, 1 to 3.
Savage Park. It's gonna be a beautiful day. You gonna have the family, DJ and them gonna be out there?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I can't go nowhere though. We a team, right? Give me some.
It looks like Leah, we gonna have a full load because JB and Dewana be out there.
We're gonna have a full day.
Did you want to say something?
You hosting, right?
Huh?
You hosting, right?
Oh, I see how you trying to put me on the spot right there.
I mean, what you mean? You didn't ask that part.
He said, "What you
I said it's gonna be a full day. You absolutely right. I'm gonna be out there and support and lend whatever I can to assist, and I'm going to do that. You've been a pillar for me. I'm gonna continue to be a. And don't nobody know, like for real, Leah. Like me and Berg, we have good conversations. We have deep conversations. We have feisty conversations. Yeah. But when we come back, I know
we
his
done
wife.
been about to fight and everything.
I believe it.
In our 40s.
I know the both of y'all, so I believe it.
But we know our whys, and we know our families are connected. So
Right,
if we,
right.
whatever we do, we got to dust ourselves back up and get back to it.
Yeah, get over it.
So
get over it and move on.
Give him his space. He give me my space.
Hey, what do I always say? Just
Give me a minute.
So Saturday, I just if you can just come out and support. It may not be something there for you, but it may be something there for somebody you know who couldn't make it.
Stop by.
Even if you just want to voice your opinion on ways we can make the community better. That right there within itself is enough. You know what I mean? Because again, without us coming together, it's hard for me and Gutter to just sit there and keep saying we need this, we need that, without the community support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we just our main focus is trying to help these kids.
Yes.
So you know how you talked about like getting it out there and like basically people seeing it. So have y'all like made like an Instagram page or like any pages specifically for Hoodstock?
I do have the organization page. Yes. I've been talking to a couple of people about branding and stuff like that, because there's a lot of different things that I need to do with that as far as pushing that brand. Have I been doing it? No, but I do need to. Yes, if that answered the question.
Well, this the place to come for that though.
Right. Okay.
So if you need that, come here.
Okay. And he hungry, and then he again with JB on the side, she does photography and other things. She's good with media and technology and the tech person. And
she's an artist as well. She has amazing drawings, like just drawings, like with her hands. She's amazing with the drawings.
And see that again, that's dope. Like what we was talking about off air. Every person on a team has a position to play.
Yes.
And that's what we as a people need to start understanding about doing things together.
Yeah.
It's not, everybody's not gonna be the point guard. Everybody's not gonna be the center. Everybody's not gonna be the water boy either. You know what I mean? And they don't understand that part about unity. With us, it's always a competition. I'm better, I can do this, I can do that. I've heard so many people say, oh, I was gonna do Hoodstock, man, I was gonna do that same thing. Why y'all ain't did it yet? And I've seen a lot of carbon copies too as well. You know what I mean? I can't say they went over as well as Hoodstock did. You know what I mean? And I can't say that they helped as many people as Hoodstock has. But again, that's what you want to do. But why we just couldn't do it together and make this one thing bigger instead of you trying to do it, you trying to do it, you trying to do it, and you trying to do it, when we all could have just did one huge thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
because people struggle with knowing their role in the unity.
Yeah.
I can't promote a show like Burger.
Right.
I can't. That's something you got.
Right.
Berg, you don't necessarily want to get loud on the mic like Catrice.
Exactly.
Right.
And you cool with that.
Right.
And you cool with that.
Yeah.
And we can't sit here and be beautiful with Leah and don't have to say much to anything and just say, come on, I need all the kids. The kids are more likely going to go to, and the men and the women are more likely going to prone to Leah, and that's not knocking
she's way
us.
more articulate than I could ever be.
You see what I'm saying? And we know
she
our
flows
role.
so easy.
Thank you.
You see when she checked me that day? Did you see that?
I didn't expect the unexpected, but this has been a great show, and we want you to come back more. And it's interesting because when you talked about this and you said, man, you got to kind of prep me, but you did very well, man. Yes. It was a flow of conversation. How you feeling, man?
I'm all right.
So was it an interview or more of a conversation?
Conversation, really.
Yeah.
Leah.
Yes.
When we talk about the All New Rise and Grind show and we have other outlets that people can watch and tap into right here on the 419, and when we have a show like this, it's not the big bang and the big whistles and all that. It's about information.
Yeah.
And that's what
realness.
And realness. And sometimes it's like good food. The good food that you want to eat, it costs more and you don't want to pay for it. We had gnarly designs, and there was a huge giveaway in that. Mm-hmm. And what
happened with that? Did
nobody took advantage of that.
Shut up.
But
wow.
But Damo with Financially Lit, she kind of made it. She kind of gave a reason why. She said at the time that we're airing the show, it's not a lot of 21-year-old that's in the game that really want that opportunity, and it kind of made sense a little bit. So like a show like this, very informational. You got a chance to share your story. You got a chance to talk about some of the things that you grown from without giving out names, and you still doing what you feel is best for you your family and your
Ultimately,
neighborhood.
That's what anybody should do. You gotta do what's best for you, because if you trying to please the people, you'll never achieve nothing.
Oh, so you got for the people and you got for the people.
Right.
Which one are you talking about? For the people or for the people?
I think for the people is the bad one. For the people.
Right.
For and for.
Right.
So some of y'all need to take the for out of it.
Right. That's funny.
And that's what we like having fun. Oh, it's a real show. Like, you can say some shit.
We piss a lot of people off, and we don't care.
And the reason why, like you said with Hoodstock, this is not TV broadcasting. This is not radio. This is podcast. We have our own lane, Bird, to be in the #1 urban podcast on iHeartRadio. And #2, the sponsors and our support know what you're going to get when you get an urban show. So they might not like the shit that we say, but there might be some people that like the shit that we say. Listen to our viewers. Look into our viewers. Listen to those that's listening and weighing in. Somebody, Miss Cheryl, she actually put your number up there to contact you. 419-210-21. Is it 21 or 2030?
2131.
It's 2131?
Yep.
Yep. Give him a call right now. And that's one of our viewers supporting us. Yesterday, we had a former police chief that I didn't know, Leah, that of Oregon called in the radio yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, on the podcast.
Yep.
So,
because you had
Mr. Mack, yeah.
Earl Mack. But Leah, we want to let them know what kind of shows we have, what they can expect right here on the 419 Grind, the network.
Yes, we have a whole lineup. I say this every day. We got straight heat coming out of the 419 Grind Studios. Of course, every Monday through Friday, you have your girl, Miss Leah Renee, and my boy, Big Treese, on the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We have Executive Suite with Dr. Vic. We have 419 Grind with Jesse. Of course, we have Real Table Talk with Leah Renee. We have Self-Explanatory with the Selfs. Nothing But Net with Sandy Brown. Capital T with Tasha and Tanya. No Facts Given with my girl, DJ Breezy. Cloth Talk with RC. HBCU Vibes with my boy, Treese. And Underrated Sports. Those two are coming real soon. So, hey, if you don't like Real Table Talk with Leah, I bet you're going to like some Cloth Talk. Bet you if you don't like Cloth Talk, I bet you're going to love Self-Explanatory. Bet you if you don't like that, you're going to love Nothing But Net. So, hey, it's something for everybody.
And you know what? I got a chance to see last night Real Table Talk with Leah Renee and your guest.
Oh, thank you.
I did. It was I got a chance to watch the show last night.
How'd you like it?
I did, and I know you say you're going to season 2. You're going to take a pause to go into season 2 and just improve in some areas that you saw.
But I took some constructive criticism from my intern Dewan,
executive intern.
Yeah, and I don't take that lightly when he gives when they give their advice and when they give suggestions. I don't take that lightly at all. But I'm a person. See, one thing about me, like, you can't really stick me in a box. Like, the people will ask you in this business, well, who's your market? My market is anybody who wants to listen to me. If you don't want to listen to me, fine, keep it moving. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? However, I do accept constructive criticism, and I definitely want to hear from the young people, because I definitely want to reach the young people, because I want to inspire them. So I appreciated that constructive criticism, and
from our executive intern.
We're going to be reconstructing the next season of Real Table Talk with Leah Renee, and it's going to be dope.
Awesome. Also, big thanks to the Lynch Shears with Fight Time, provided shirts. Didn't have my size yet, but Fight Time.
Shout out to Keith and D. Huh?
Move the mic.
He said they want to move the mic. They want to see it.
Yeah, Fight Time.
Berg, we want to thank you again, man, for taking this time this morning.
Yes, thank you so much.
Now DJ is in the studio, virtual learning, right here in the studio. We would love, again, to continue to let us be a voice. Let this be an outlet for you. We're looking forward to a huge success. We're going to come back and talk about it on after this weekend to talk about the success, because it's going to be successful, whatever it is. It's going to be a huge success.
I don't weigh by numbers. That's one thing I've never done. Like, if we help one person get that GED,
yes,
we accomplished something.
Man.
That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? If we can get one kid to put a gun down, we accomplished something. You know what I mean? Because I get a lot of, like you say, criticism and people saying this and saying that, but my only thing to them, quit sitting on your hands. You complaining about what I'm doing with mine and how I'm doing mine and how mine is moving, but you sitting on yours.
Right.
And that's the only thing that get me when you making these comments and people be saying all the stuff that they be saying, and you can do this and you can do that and you should do this and you should do that, and well, why don't you do this and do that? You got the funding for this, you should do that. But why you not doing nothing?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's why this is a real Rise and Grind morning show, to put it back in your lap. for you to rise and for you to go through your grind and do what you do. One of the things as we bring the show to a close, want to end you with this note. If your worth has to be with your views, something wrong with you. Mm-hmm. If your worth has to be on your views, connected to your views, there's something wrong with you, because it only takes one. And we want to thank y'all for listening to the all new Rise and Grind morning show.
Yeah, I just want to send some special love out to one of our most loyal listeners, Mike Chalk. Him and his beautiful wife
in Columbus
are celebrating 9 years today. I'm looking at their pictures right now. They are the Currys of Ohio. Okay, that's what I say. They are the Currys of Ohio. Like, I love them. They have a beautiful family, and they're so humble and just, they're inspiring. So happy anniversary to you guys. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful union.
Big shout out to and support, not shout out, big appreciation and love. Yeah. Let me bring that back to Mike. Can you say, DJ, end us out and say goodbye, everybody?
Goodbye, everybody.
That's the 2-year-old. It's the all new Rise and Grind morning show.
Oh yeah, I just want to say, I know that y'all been noticing my nails look a mess, but I had to take them off because I'm working on some things right now and I can't have my nails together. So that's why they look a mess. But until next time, mwah.